Hey guys, got Sonya the 636 here today, and she's chucked a couple teeth off the sprocket. I don't know if you can see it. Let's see if we can get one of them up here. There's a missing tooth right there. And I presume, given the way that it feels, that we've probably got something up with the front sprocket too. We won't know till we get it pulled off here. So I've got myself a brand new aluminum Vortex sprocket for both the front and the back, and an EK chain. It's an X-ring chain. It's the same gearing that was on the bike, which is not stock. We're down one in front and up two in back, which makes this a 1445 kit. Well, let's start by getting it apart and seeing what kind of luck we have. So these are 8mm bolts up here. This is actually plastic, interestingly. Looks like metal, but it's plastic. So the front sprocket actually looks alright. So it looks like all of our damage was on the rear sprocket. Just enough to get the job done, because we're going to have to bend it back into place once we're done. Okay. I'm going to have M-Star hold the brake for me here. We're going to hit it with an impact. Hopefully the correct direction. Reverse is this way. That's it. Helps the guns in gear all the way. Came right off. Gonna remove the back. Going to loosen up the chain tensioning bolts to not only make it easier to get off, but of course make it easier to get back on when we're done. I ended up shoving my foot under the tire to help lift the tire up and make it easier to get the axle out. If you needed to take the rear brake off to get the tire off, it's just connected with 2 bolts. The chain that was on, we need to get the chain that was on here off, and the chain does not have a master link, so we're going to have to get rid of it somehow. We're going to try a couple of things. Hopefully we get some luck. I have myself a Dremel, Kawasaki. No idea if this is going to do the job, but it's here. We'll give it a shot. That worked. There we go. And that that just slides right off, nothing real. This is steel, I can tell by picking it up. Okay, now the big one. And if we look real close here, we can find our missing teeth. One right here. I saw two earlier. Oh, one right here. So pretty close to each other. That kind of sucks. The rest are, you can tell they're starting to wear. So that's just how that happens. Got our new Vortex here. This is what they look like together. You can actually kind of see how much of these old teeth are worn away because these ones are just much thicker all the way around. There we go. We got our new EK chain, X-ring. It's definitely been greased thoroughly. Got an interesting smell to it. Got some cool new Vortex stickers. You know how much I love stickers, we might use those. Make sure to put the spacers back in, and then of course our brake block. Inside block. So supposedly, you believe the manufacturer, should already be cut to length. Got your wings.
Sweet. Cool.
And it is perfect length. We got the master link here, and the chain was cut to perfect size, just like it said it should be. Which is good because I did not have a chain tool to fix it, if that was not the case. So it comes with the seals, the X-ring seals. I'm gonna pull it back out. It came with some grease. I'm gonna go ahead and use it. Getting the Master Link plate on was a little rough. It was a pretty tight fit. I ended up using a pair of vice grips to help clamp it down so that I could get the Master Link safety piece on. Then just reassemble the brakes. We can then use the brake to hold the back tire still and allow us to torque down this front sprocket. Then I can bend the safety washer back into place and it's good to go. I then need to adjust the chain tension, tighten the bolt, and put the cotter pin back in. Per the instructions, I wiped the chain down and re-greased it with my chain wax. Then the only thing left to do is take it out on a ride and test it out. After riding for a little bit, I decided to get off and check the chain to make sure everything was still in order. The chain tension was still alright and everything looked okay there, but it did sling a bunch of grease all the way up to the tire. It kind of slung it all over the bottom of the bike there. The chain came basically covered in a lithium grease. I know I showed that earlier, and I did wipe as much of it off as I could before riding it, but it just slung off. This is just going to happen sometimes. I went ahead and wiped it off and continued the ride. This ended up being a pretty easy project to get done overall. Hopefully this helps somebody out who's trying to get their bike done too. Most bikes should be very similar to this. I hope you all had a great time and thanks for coming along. If you liked this video, go ahead and hit the like button down below. If you like what we're doing here on the channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, and we hope to see you back here next week.